దూర విద్యా విధానంలో డాక్టర్ బిఆర్ అంబేద్కర్ ఓపెన్ యూనివర్సిటీ దేశంలోనే మొట్టమొదటి సార్వత్రిక విశ్వవిద్యాలయం. దాదాపు 2.5 దశాబ్దాలుగా దూర విద్యా విధానం ద్వారా కంప్యూటర్ కోర్సును అనుసంధానం చేస్తూ బీఏ, బీకామ్, బీఎస్సీ డిగ్రీ కోర్సులను అందిస్తోంది. పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ స్థాయి, డిగ్రీ, డిప్లొమా స్థాయి కోర్సులను ఔత్సాహికులైన విద్యార్థులకు అందిస్తోంది. డెవలప్మెంట్ స్టడీస్లో సెంటర్ ఫర్ ఎకనామిక్స్ అండ్ సోషల్ స్టడీస్ ద్వారా ఎంఫిల్, పీహెచ్డీతో పాటు విశ్వవిద్యాలయమే స్వయంగా దూర విద్యా విధాన అంశంపైన పీహెచ్డీ వంటి పరిశోధన కోర్సులు ప్రవేశపెట్టింది. సుమారు 4.5 లక్షల మంది విద్యార్థులు ఈ విశ్వవిద్యాలయం నుంచి ఉన్నత విద్యావకాశాలు పొందుతున్నారు. డాక్టర్ బిఆర్ అంబేద్కర్ సార్వత్రిక విశ్వవిద్యాలయం స్థానికంగా స్వయం బోధనా పద్ధతిలో ముద్రణ రూపంలో రూపొందించిన కోర్స్ మెటీరియల్ అందిస్తోంది. కోర్స్ మెటీరియల్ అధ్యయనానికి సహకరించే విధంగా రేడియో, టెలివిజన్ పాఠ్యాంశాల ఆధారంగా కార్యక్రమాలు ప్రసారం చేస్తోంది. అధ్యయన కేంద్రాల ద్వారా ఏర్పాటు చేసే సలహా సంసర్గ తరగతులు, సైన్స్ ప్రాక్టికల్ సౌకర్యాలు విద్యార్థులకు స్వయం అధ్యయనానికి ఒక చక్కటి అవకాశం. ఇవి విద్యార్థి సమీపంలో ఉండే అధ్యయన కేంద్రం నుంచే పొందొచ్చు.
దూరదర్శన్ ప్రేక్షకులకి, అంబేద్కర్ సార్వత్రిక విశ్వవిద్యాలయం విద్యార్థులకి నమస్కారం. టుడే we are going to discuss 2 valence electron vector atom model with LS and JJ coupling. First 40 minutes are allocated for the discussion of the subject. You can clarify your doubts in remaining 20 minutes by calling us at 040 2703 1431, 2703 1432, 2703 1433. I repeat once again, 040 2703 1431, 2703 1432, 2703 1433. To participate in our discussion, we have experts, Dr. M. Purnanandam Garu, Senior Most Counselor of Ambedkar Open University, Dr. N.V. Prasad, Assistant Professor of Physics, Osmania University. To explain the formation of spectral lines of different atoms, different atomic models have been proposed. Out of these, Bohr, Sommerfeld and vector atom model and Landé model are important. According to Bohr, electron revolves around the nucleus in circular orbit, hence one coordinate is enough to explain the motion of the electron, and it is represented by the principal quantum number. According to Sommerfeld, electron moves in elliptical orbit around the nucleus, hence it needs 2 quantum numbers. They are azimuthal quantum number and orbital quantum number. But the motion of the electron in an atom is considered in 3 dimensions, hence 3 coordinates are required. According to classical laws, no restrictions were imposed on the orientation of the orbits, but according to quantum mechanics, the orientation of orbits in space is quantized, hence space quantization will come into picture. In 1926, Uhlenbeck and Goudsmit proposed the concept of spin motion of the electrons. Orbital angular momentum and spin angular momentum are both quantized. By extending these theories, Landé was able to explain the fine structure of separation in multiplets and anomalous Zeeman effect also with the help of these theories. Now, let us try to understand first what is vector atom model. Sir, shall we explain what is vector atom model?
Yes. The vector atom model, the name itself suggests that there is a vector somewhere. Here Bohr has brought out one important aspect of atomic structure, that is the angular momentum is quantized when the electron is revolving in a circular orbit around it. In this circular orbit, when it is revolving, you will be observing that it has a linear momentum and the radius vector. This distance is called radius vector. So, this linear momentum multiplied by the radius vector will give you the angular momentum. The angular momentum direction is given by this red line that you are observing in this picture, in this model. So, we will have the angular momentum L is given by r cross p. If p is here in this direction and this is r radius vector, then r cross p will give you the angular momentum. So, the angular momentum is perpendicular to the plane of rotation of the electron around the nucleus. So, this is one important aspect. So, once it is a vector, we will be able to mention angular momentum is a vector. Angular momentum is a vector, and once the angular momentum is defined as a vector, we have how many types of angular momenta? We have already seen in this model that this is the direction of the angular momentum. When it is orbiting around this circle, we will call it as orbital angular momentum. Now, let us consider that the red one is orbital angular momentum. L, it is called L. If it is one electron, we will have only L itself. Because there are two electrons in this discussion, we are having one electron effect of orbital angular momentum as one vector, another electron orbital momentum is another vector. And apart from this, there is a spin motion of the electron. This spin motion of the electron is somewhat similar to like earth going round itself, and it is also going round the sun. So, that one which is going round itself is shown by this arrangement on this model. One important thing is, do not think that this is the exact picture of electron and atom. This is only a rough model to understand some basics of physics. Hence, we will say that this yellow arrow mark like things, this tip is an arrow mark like thing, this yellow line is given by one spin of one electron and call it as S1. This is another spin by another electron, call it as S2. These two will go round in this particular small thin wire like thing orbits, and hence like this it is rotating and it is making an orbit around the nucleus. This is our general structure, and we require to have, because it is an atom and it has got orbital angular momentum, spin angular momentum, both these things put together, we must have net total angular momentum. This net total angular momentum is called as J. Now, in this picture, we will see this as a motion of this you will be observing in your monitors that this particular motion is explained by what I explained now. Next one gives us the principal quantum number, as madam told, orbital quantum number L, which is takes values from 0 to n minus 1. An example is given, if n equal to 4, L will have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. PL is orbital angular momentum, and once it is quantized, we will have L into h by 2 p, and the formula is given. So, if L takes a value of 0, then it is called as s electron. If L takes the value of 1, it is called as electron 1.
P electron.
It's called as p electron. Next, if it is L takes the value of 2, it is called d electron. Similarly, f electron. So, these are the nomenclature that we are going to use. And next one we will be observing is this particular diagram, where L1 and L2 are added to produce L. Here I will show you two vector like things in this model. So, if you observe this particular one as one vector, another vector, if these two vectors are in the opposite direction, you will have net vector as 0, and if one vector and another vector are parallel to each other, the net vector is total doubling it. So, L will become 2, but on the other hand L must take a value of 1. So, if you take this as that, for example, this is the starting point of the first vector, this is the ending point of the first vector, this is the starting point of the second vector, ending point of the second vector. If this is L1, this is L2, L1 plus L2 must be the net value of the total orbital angular momentum, that is called capital L. So, like this, in this arrangement of these vectors, it will be giving you the value of L as 1. I have already shown you the vectors one over the other will give you the value of 2. Like this, we will have the values of vectors L taking the values of total value as 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Now, the spin quantum number, the picture shows you now, this gives you spin quantum number S is given by Ps, angular momentum of the spin, that is given by Ps, that is equal to S into h plus h by 2 pi. So, if the atom is placed in a magnetic field, both orbital as well as spin both are influenced, and this influence gives us the values of the magnetic moments mu s and mu l. The total angular momentum is given by J. J will take the value of L plus or minus h.
Yes.
L plus or minus s. L is orbital angular momentum, s is spin angular momentum. So, here you will find the arrangements for s, arrangements for L in another picturesque slide. Now, the atom is placed in a magnetic field, it will produce the values of mu or ml or ms. ml is taken as the value of the component of that vector L on the applied direction, will give you effect of cos of the theta, and this particular one will show you the L value to be taking from L to minus L through 0, that will be the total number of values of that. Now, you will have this is the direction cosine, that is giving the components of that, and we will have these things. Next, if L takes 1, it will be, say for example, plus 1, 0, minus 1 as permitted orientations of 3, hence 3 components will be there for ml. Similarly, ms will take plus half and minus half because the spin is taken as that. Now, J will be L plus or minus half, that is the one which are giving you mj. The total angular momentum gives the orbital angular momentum L plus spin angular momentum S, both put together the J is equal to L plus S. Because we are talking about 2 electrons, we will have S1 and S2 and we will have L1 and L2. Correspondingly, J1 and J2 will be there. So, we will try to understand the interactions of these things, how they will be affecting and producing net amount of spectra. Here there are some rules introduced by one scientist called Hunt. Hunt observed the lighter atoms that will have the interaction between S1 and S2 orientation energy will be very strong, that is called spin-spin coupling, and hence the L1 and L2 orientation energy is not as strong as that one. We will have the arrangement of atoms in this particular periodic table, 2 electron atoms valency. That means, the outermost orbit that is being shown as having 2 electrons. The first one is beryllium, next magnesium, calcium, zinc, strontium, cadmium, then we will have barium and mercury. These are the various electronic configurations which have got the outermost orbit having that particular number of electrons as 2. In this say picture, you will be observing the electron motion producing mu as well as L. Mu and L are in the opposite direction, that is the main thing that we understand from that. The other rules that we have is all these 3 L, S and J are quantized, they are all angular momenta and they have to be quantized. L may have 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. S will have 0, half, 1, 3 by 2, 2 etc. Then we will have what is called LL coupling and what is called SS coupling. So, if you have this as one L, this is another L in this particular vector arrangement. This LL coupling will give you, if L1 equal to 1 and L2 equal to 1, then we can generate 0 from these two things by making L1 in the opposite direction to L2. This is an important thing that the students must observe. Because they are vectors, they can take the directions in order to make that L to be 0. This is the method. If these two, if L has to be taken as 1, as I have shown you earlier, this particular triangular arrangement where the vectors are in the equilateral triangle will produce the value of L, resultant L to be equal to 1. And if they have to be 2, then you will have the resultant to be 2 when they are parallel to each other. This is the simpler arrangement for LL coupling L1 and L2. If L1 is 1 and L2 is 2 in this particular model, if L2 is 2, this is twice of this. I am keeping this one down like this, this is in the opposite direction, you will have L, net L will be equal to 1. There is no 0 here, net L will be equal to 1. Then if this is perpendicular to this, the component of this taken onto this direction is giving you 0, cos 90, that is 0, then you will have L2 will, L is total L is equal to the value of L2, that will be 2 itself. If it is like this parallel, then we will have L2 will become 3. So, I have shown a simple model of these plastic sleeves put on say GI wire, so that you can understand, but later on you can extend this from 2 electron model to 3 electron model, and like that you can increase it and make the understanding to be much better. Now, in the picture you will have the observation of L2 L1 as taken as 1 plus 1 plus 1 under root 2 will be root 2, similarly root 6, similarly L3 will be root 12. So, you will have these values and these are all quantized, that is one important thing, and this electron in P and another electron in D, they will be also interacting and they will produce accordingly. So, 2 valency electron will have variety of configurations. The configurations are sp, sd, sf, pp, pd, pf, dp, dd, df and similarly fp, fd, ff. These are various configurations. Then spin-spin coupling, if only spins are taken to be much important, I will use this itself for spin again. S1, this is S2, these two are opposing each other, then net S will become 0. When this net S is 0, you will have only L will become J. Then if these two are parallel to each other, one is half, another is half, half plus half, it will become 1. So, S will become 1, that will be added to L to produce J. So, like that spin-spin coupling will explain in this particular one, and you see in this picture again this S is becoming 0 means it is the singlet in the spectrum that we are getting. S is becoming 1 means it will be producing triplet. So, like that we will have singlet and triplet in this particular 2 electron system, whereas doublet is available in the single electron system. So, you will find in this the arrangement of S as I have shown you earlier in the model, and that is about the vector atom model.
Sir, Prasad, sir has told you, he told us that orbital angular momentum and spin angular momentum of 2 electron system he has explained. Now, how they will be coupled, shall we explain now?
Yes, madam, sure. The coupling of L and S, they call Russell-Sanders coupling, they generally called. The general abbreviation of Russell-Sanders coupling, they called RS coupling. Why this RS coupling is very important means, in order to understand the fine structure of the elements, the lower atomic models generally they well fitted into the RS coupling. When higher atomic numbers, they can be explained in terms of JJ coupling of these electronic moments. And before going to the LS coupling, Russell-Sanders coupling, first we have to see 3 conditions. One condition is combination of L result into L. For example, about sir has said that if you are in a 2 electronic system, if one electron has L1, another electron has L2, then L1 plus L2 will give you the L, and the combination of S1 and S2 they resulted into S. Then resultant of L and S combined together, they form J electron. I will show you in this model. I will show you in this model. If you assume this is a spin of the electron S1 and you say spin orbital of the electron 1, then is orbital of electron 2, then you say the resultant orbital momentum is equal to L. So, L1 L2 interaction together they are giving L. Similarly, if you have electron spin of the electron S1 and you say spin electron of S2, the resultant is giving to S. So, this S and this L together they are giving a vector kind of J. This what was given by Russell-Sanders coupling. In that orbital motion of 2 electrons are coupled together, the resultant you giving L asterisk. L asterisk here what we are showing is a resultant angular moment. So, there is called L asterisk, and spin of 2 electrons coupled together they are giving S asterisk, nothing but as a resultant. Since these are quantized, therefore, they can be represented by J into J plus 1 H by 2 pi. In other words, I can say J complex is equal to J into H by 2 pi, where this J can be represented by like this. So, basically this Russell-Sanders coupling is to understand the interaction of one atomic orbital to another atomic orbital. So, we will say one example of this. For example, you have p-d interaction. In p-d interaction, if you have one electron in p, if you have one electron d, how they get interacted to each other for 2 electronic system. let us say what is the combination of that? Orbital momentum L is equal to 1 comma 2 3 and S is equal to 0 and 1. The 0 is equal to, as sir said, that is a singlet structure, and 1 is called PDF structures, triplet structures. Then P is nothing but as representation of 1. For example, L is equal to 1, you can represent it in terms of P. L is equal to 2, you can represent it in terms of D. L is equal to 3, you can represent in terms of F. If L is equal to 0, you can represent in terms of S. This example will see that. For example, case in this case, we have L is equal to 1 2 3, one combination, and S is equal to 0. Now, let us see in this, S is equal to 0 means it is single structure, L is equal to 1 2 3. So, L is equal to 1 can be represented by P here, L is equal to 2 can be represented by D here, L is equal to 3 can be represented by P here. Now, the superscript gives about the fine structure. For example, here your fine structure is equal to 1, so you are putting 1 P 1. Here is called 1 P 1 D 2. Here is called 1 P 3. So, fine structure is equal to 1. How we can calculate this fine structure? 2 S plus 1. So, 2 S plus 1 is gives about the fine structure. If S is equal to 0, you say 2 is 1. So, we are getting only 1 here, here 1, and J is equal to the angular momentum. So, J is equal to here, S is equal to 1, L is equal to 1, where S is equal to 0, J becomes 1. So, I have given an arrow kind of things. So, L and J are equal. So, in this arrow you are representing L asterisk and J asterisk. The L asterisk represented by the resultant angular momentum, and this is resultant angular momentum, and this is resultant orbital momentum. So, they are equal. When S is equal to 0, for L is equal to 2, J is also 2. For S is equal to 0, L is equal to 3 and J is equal to 3. So, L asterisk and J asterisk are equal here. Here also L asterisk, J asterisk also equal. L asterisk, J asterisk also equal. This is the explanation of the LS coupling. For case another case, in this case, the possibility is L is equal to 1 to 3, one case is S equal to 0, and another possibility is L is equal to 1 to 3 and S is equal to 1. This we will see in this second case. So, S is equal to 1, L is equal to 1 2 3. So, J now can have 3 combinations. Now, this S is equal to 1 means the fine structure can be calculated by 2 S plus 1. So, it is a triplet kind of structure. So, we are putting 3 3 3. Then what is how to calculate these J values? So, J values can be calculated by J is equal to L minus S to L plus S. So, L minus the maximum here it is 1 and maximum is 3. So, 3 minus 1 it can be possible to 2. For example, this case I am taking you L is equal to 1, S is equal to 1. So, how can you calculate this? So, we have 3 minus 1 means maximum is equal to 2 and 3 plus 1 2 plus 1 it is equal to 2. So, L is equal to 1, S is equal to 1. These are the possibilities of 0 comma 1 comma 2. In case 2 plus 1 you have 2 plus 1 is equal to 3 and 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So, L minus S is equal to 2 minus 1 is equal to 1 and L plus S. So, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So, the maximum possibility over here is equal to 1 2 3. You take this diagram of that. For example, you have 0 vectorial representation, we have L asterisk, we have here J asterisk. Then, if how can this is a resultant vector, this is a resultant vector. So, the resultant vector values have 2 combinations, one is equal to 0 and then one is equal to 1 and this one is equal to 2. So, this is represented by a kind of semicircular kind of things. So, the possibility of angular momentum J is equal to 0 comma 1 comma 2. Similarly, here we also the possibility is equal to 1 comma 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3 that you are giving here. Here also for case of here you have L is equal to 3, S is equal to 1. So, the maximum possibility is equal to 3 plus 1 which is 4 and 3 minus 1 which is equal to 2. So, from 2 and 4 the rest possibility is equal to 3. So, we can have this kind of structures. So, P represents L. So, L is equal to 1. So, we are putting P. When L is equal to 2, another way of representation is D and L is equal to 3, the another way of representation is F. F represents simply the value of L and this gives about the subscript, gives about the angular momentum value. This is a fine structure, this is a L value, this is J value. Now, this is the calculations of that. Now, basically these LS Russell-Sanders coupling gives about the interaction of the 2 electrons. For example, have interaction of S. So, electron of S orbit, electron of another S orbit, together the interaction they are giving this kind of combination. So, the dot represents that the electron over here and the electron over here have different quantum condition, because they are same orbit. So, when they are same orbit, they cannot interact to each other. So, the quantum condition of s orbit and the quantum condition of another s orbit, they are different kind of things, then only they have interaction. Here we also have pp interaction. So, we are also representing dot. The dot represents that the quantum condition of the two electrons are different. So, the another examination, the underline here given p dot d. So, one electron of p and another electron of d orbit together, they form this kind of possibility of structures. So, p is equal to 1. Here we are getting 0 0. This represents about odd representation. What is exactly odd representation? For example, say this is L 1, this is L 2. So, if L 1 is equal to 1 and L 2 is equal to 2. So, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, which is odd, therefore, you are representing 0. Here S 1 S is equal to L 1, S 1 is equal to 1, here S is equal to 0 and 0. So, 0 plus 0, so you are not representing any kind of odd. Here we have S is equal to 0, P is equal to 1. So, 1 plus 0, it represents odd, therefore, representing odd. All odd representation you are given by 0 kind of things in this notations. Now, this is the when you have we consider this a spin kind of thing and we consider this orbital kind of thing, they together they are giving j of this kind. So, this representation will give you the beautiful representation. We have L 1 one electron orbital momentum of one electron is equal to L 1, another orbital of electron momentum is equal to L 2, L 1, L 2 together interaction we are giving L, and this L 1 direction is different, this L 2 is direction different, but their magnitudes are constant and the directions are changing. Then they together they are giving this kind of thing. So, this is this L 1 L 2 interaction as statistical kind of electrostatic interactions. When you have the same thing, when you put this kind of model, we have L 1 one electron and we have L 2 another electron, together they have L. Here also spin electron S 1 and we have spin electron S 2, spin electron of S 1 and spin electron of S 2, together they are giving S. So, L S, which give resultant kind of this S. Now, L 1 L 2 interaction is L, S 1 S 2 interaction is equal to S, L S, this interaction is giving here J. Now, the interaction of L comma S, it is a magnetic kind of interaction, therefore, the interaction is equal to much stronger when compared to orbital orbital interaction or spin spin interaction. Therefore, this precise is very slow precision, whereas this case is the precision is rapidly. So, L 1 L 2 precision is very rapidly in account of electrostatic interaction, whereas this L comma S interaction is orbital and spin interaction, a kind of magnetic interaction, and therefore, their precision is equal to slow kind of interactions. Another beautiful model laid out from this, then this is L square and L z, they are both commutes to each other. That means, L square and H, they commutes to each other. This based on this model, the important quantum mechanical law was derived that L square H commutes to each other, as well as L z, the spin direction, and Hamiltonian H, nothing but is Hamiltonian, they commutes to each other. When orbital commutes to each other, the same properties will applicable to spin, and therefore, S square H is also equal to 0. So, based on this model, the future quantum mechanics was developed by the quantum rules kind of things. The another kind of thing we have here, we have this is one blue lines we are representing orbital quantum number, and this is called magnetic spin quantum number. Then they together they are giving a resultant kind of things. So, it is a kind of one electron atomic model. In this one electronic atomic model, the resultant is equal to m 1 plus m j. This is nothing but a without fail the orbital interaction and the spin interaction together they have given producing a torque kind of things and they are processing kind of things. So, this is gives far more applications of the CG coefficients and other things. You can see the beautiful picture of that. So, it is the presence of field. So, how they are processing to each other. They after that the Zeeman effect and other effects they have produced based on this kind of models. So, this is simply L S, together they have L, which is no external field. If it is external field, the precision is more about this directions. Madam, these are the LS coupling. So, LS coupling in brief, it gives more explanation of the low atomic number, and as you go to the higher atomic number, JJ coupling gives you more explanation for that.
Sir, what are the now the he talked about LS coupling.
Now, what are the interaction energies and what are the coupling schemes? How do we calculate?
We will call the word coupling or interaction or a force, they are all interdependent and amount of energy is shared by these two different actions of the electron. So, if I say that I have L and I have S, S is a kind of rotation, L is another kind of rotation, and this rotation, that rotation have got energies, electrostatic energies, associated potentials are there. They are not totally independent, because they all belong to the same atom, they must interact. So, in the process of interacting, what is happening is there is a coupling. So, if I have one S, another S, if these two are being shown nearer to each other, they are coupled. So, effect of one S on the other S is coupling, effect of one S on the other S is coupling, like that they are coupled. So, in the process of coupling, we will find in this picture on this, you will see that the coupling schemes of two electrons gives the interaction between S and L. Interaction energy is given generally by what is called gamma. If it is a small interaction, delta gamma, that is given by A by 2 into J square minus L square minus S square. A is Bohr radius. The possibilities are, we have S taking as S1, S2, L taking as L1, L2, and these two can interact in different ways, L1, S1 and L2, S2, and we will have L1, S2 and L2, S1. So, 6 ways of possible interactions are there, and hence the associated amount of energy is taken to be what is called gamma. Like that, if you try to find the gamma, gamma 1, gamma 2, gamma 3, gamma 4, gamma 5, gamma 6. Gamma 1, gamma 2 tells as S1, S2 interaction and L1, L2 interaction. That means, spin spin interaction, orbit orbit interaction. Gamma 3, gamma 4 tells spin orbit interaction, and spin gamma 4 also spin orbit interaction. Gamma 5, gamma 6 one spin and another orbit, and gamma 6 another spin and this orbit, and the possibilities of these interactions are associated with the angles between S1 and S2 or L1 and L2, etc., like that is shown in the equations. So, these angles are taken, and the cosine of these angles using from the triangular laws of triangles, cosine laws of triangles, we will try to find out these things, and they will be given in terms of these cosine laws. So, in the case of LS coupling, gamma 1, gamma 2 dominates. This model, which is recently shown now as LS model, here you will find this particular thing is one S1, another S2. These two will interact and produce net S this particular thing. So, these two will rotate in this particular direction, and this is the net amount of S. This S again rotates around another one, this axis. Now, we will have L1 in this and L2 in this. These two effect of these L1 and L2 will give you the net L, and these two will rotate. You can also see a thin wire like thing I have put in this model, around which it is moving. This is the net of L. So, this net L and net S will produce the effect in such a way that sum of these two vectors will give this particular vector called J. J is the total angular momentum. Ultimately, what is known to us is total angular momentum. How it is distributed into these things is the amount of theory that we are talking. This is LS coupling. Now, we have one more thing called JJ coupling. In this JJ coupling, you will find one S1 and one L1. S1 and L1 must produce the corresponding effect of this as J1. J1 is the value of total angular momentum of these two only for that electron, for example, one electron. Now, in this one you will find second electron, this is S2 and this is L2. S2 and L2 will produce another J, we will call now this as J2. So, this is for second electron. Whether it is distributed for first electron, second electron, what we require is net total angular momentum capital J. So, this J1 and this J2 put together must give a net vector in this direction as J. Suppose by chance we will apply certain amount of magnetic field to this particular atom. This J also will try to precess around that particular axis, this pointer that I am putting, about that it is rotating, it will precess. So, ultimately this is precessing around this is precessing around that, J is precessing, J1 is precessing, J2 is precessing and J also precesses around the magnetic field that we are trying to use. Now, in this picture that we will be observing this JJ coupling. In this JJ coupling, we will see in LS coupling gamma 1 gamma 2 predominates. Gamma 1 gamma 2 means we will have spin spin coupling or orbital coupling that predominates. S1 S2 are coupled, they are very strong. L1 and L2 are coupled, they are also stronger, but S1 and S2 is stronger than the coupling of L1 and L2. Now, in this picture we will observe the JJ coupling will give you, if observe in this picture, gamma 3 gamma 4 are predominate over gamma 1 gamma 2. That means, JJ coupling is for L1 S1 producing J1, L2 S2 producing J2. That precession is stronger in these things. Out of these two, in some cases L2 may be very less as it may become 0. In that case, L1 S1 coupling itself is very strong. In some cases, this is the model that I have shown just now, and this is also I have shown you just now, and we will find the splitting factors are associated in such a way that there are some selection rules. These selection rules are delta L is equal to plus or minus 1, delta J is equal to 0 or plus or minus 1. These are the selection rules, and in spin spin coupling, which is S1 S2 coupling stronger than spin orbit coupling, and in some other combinations of say configurations like PD configuration and PS configuration, we will find JJ coupling to be in a better situation. Sometimes the interaction is such that P electron alone is very strong and the associated energy is sufficient for it to produce. In, for example, in tin it is found like that.
Prasad, how do we explain gamma factor in LS coupling, and what is the Landé G factor or interval rules?
Madam, to understand about more fine structures, these gamma factors are very important, what sir now said that. So, you have 6 type of interaction, gamma 1, gamma 2, gamma 3, gamma 4 and gamma 5, gamma 6. Of course, gamma 5, gamma 6 are very weak interaction, we neglect that. And coming to the gamma 1 and gamma 2 interaction, this gamma 1 interaction on spin-spin coupling interaction, and gamma 2 is the orbital interaction gamma 2, and gamma 3 plus gamma 4 is spin orbital interaction, which really playing a vital role for to understand the fine structure. So, Landé proposed that the splitting of the energy levels of gamma 3, gamma 4, which is really playing a role, therefore, he put this kind of equation. Strictly speaking, this equation was developed much before the advancement of the quantum mechanics. So, this really given an insight to understand the more about the quantum mechanics, about the Landé G factors. So, this explanation was really given much before the advancement of the quantum mechanics. So, Landé's contribution about this equation really highlighted and marvelous, and before the advancement of the quantum mechanics. So, going to the further details, let us see this. We have 3 p. P means here now j is equal to S is equal to j is L is equal to 0 and j is equal to 1. Here p, the 3 p splitting factor is equal to 3 p 1, 3 p 2, 3 p 1. What is exactly the Land interval rule is the separation between these 2 level and the separation between loop level is equal to 1:2 ratios. This we will see this in this diagram. We have here S p interaction. So, 1 electron of here, 1 electron of p together they are interacting. So, they are getting separated here. Now, singlet is here and triplet is equal here. Singlet is always higher than the triplet on account of the Heisenberg exchange phenomena. So, what is that says that the orbital and spin magnetic on account of interaction of the orbital and spin numbers. Then this is the gamma 2 splittings, this is called gamma 1 splitting. So, the gamma 1 splitting causes -3a4 and 2a4, and this is orbital 2 splitting. In these singlet structures, if you PD interactions, we have this is gamma 1 and this is a gamma 1, and this is because of gamma 2 plus gamma 3. So, the gamma 2 plus gamma 3, the fine structure, this was given by a Landé's contribution. So, this is clearly you have seen, we have L S coupling, then the projection of this L S, the cosine angle, this is the value, and this projection value is this, and this projection value is this. If you calculate these values, they are related into 2:3 ratio. So, A minus of 2a, this becomes 3a, and 3a minus a, this is nothing but as a. So, the ratio of their becomes 2:3 kind of ratios. The terms and look into this is one example of the cadmium and silicon. If you look into these values, the splitting of these structures of 3 p 1, 3 p 0 is equal to like this. So, cadmium rule and this is 1 p 1 rule, and you from main important of this is a doublet structures. So, the JJ coupling. So, Landé's rule is valid over here and JJ coupling rule is valid over here. So, the Landé's rule for silicon of this interaction with mole explain and JJ coupling is giving more here. So, another beauty of that, the 2 p level and 3 p level they are almost same. So, JJ coupling of this and this. Now, this is another picture. So, LS coupling is predominates about generally explains about the lower atomic weights and J atomic numbers, and JJ is explains more atomic numbers. So, here this is LS coupling is giving more explanation, here this dispersion is explained by more about JJ coupling. Now, Landé-Rival rule we will see into this picture. If you take calcium, strontium, magnesium, this kind of ions, then we have the splitting is 3 p 0, 3 p 1, 3 p 2. The difference between 3 p 0, 3 p 1 and 3 p 0 and the difference between 3 p 1 and 3 p 2 we have given here. If you look into the ratios of that, we are getting 2.0, 2.1, 2.0 like that. Similarly, in the case of calcium, we also coming this rule. So, Landé's contribution that the fine structures are very important because of gamma 3 and gamma 4. So, gamma 3 and gamma 4 is an account of spin orbital interactions. So, spin 1 L 1, spin 2 L 2, this kind of interaction will be given by more about this. So, this is LS coupling contribution. So, already I told you this L 1 L 2 together J 1 J 2 together this is J coupling. This is a kind of J coupling can be understood by this. So, these now now based on that the select gamma factors and the selection rules they commit that Sir will explain.
Sir, how can we explain the gamma factors in JJ coupling?
Gamma factors in JJ coupling are seen in this particular picture that will give you the S1 is quantized with L1, resultant is J1, then we will have 2 J values are in turn quantized with respect to J. So, that means as I have shown you in this particular JJ coupling, this is one is J1, another one is J2. These two J1 and J2 can take half integral, that means it can be half or it can be 3 by 2 like that, but net J must be integral value that it should be 0, it can take 1, 2 like that. So, this is how the JJ coupling that shows like that. 2 J's are in turn quantized to get that J. We have two things, one is PD configuration, another one is PS configuration. We will find this diagram in which this is PD configuration. The leftmost one is J1 is equal to half, J2 is equal to 3 by 2. So, net value of J1, J2 is either, if one is in the opposite direction, you will get, for example, if this is half and this is 3 by 2, we will be opposing in this, you will get the net value to be around that particular one as J. If one is supporting the other one, it will be J value as 2. So, in this picture you will observe again in the PD configuration, J1, the next part is J1 will become 3 by 2, J2 is also 3 by 2, it can take the orientations as J is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Like that we will have PD configuration. Next we will have PS configuration, where the J values will take these particular things. Then this will be half and one is half, another one is half, you will have total to be the either 0 or 1. Similarly, next one is giving you J value to be 2, and like that you will have the associated the JJ values are shown in this monitor as the angles that are taken between S1 and L1 and S2 and L2 when they are fixed. Then you will have these gamma 1, gamma 2 are very less compared to gamma 3 and gamma 4. So, hence gamma 3 dominates, gamma 4 sometimes will become 0 because of L2 becoming 0. So, like that in one case, say for example, in tin it will become the gamma 4 is 0 and gamma 3 will take a value of A3 by 2 or minus A3. Like that the coupling of JJ are being done.
Prasad, shall we briefly explain Landis G factor and LS and JJ coupling briefly?
Briefly about Landis G factors. Landis really contribution to the G factor briefly. Landis G factor can be explained by two kind of things, one is LS coupling and another JS coupling. If you say electron of one atom, electron of two atom together, they are giving a resultant this kind of things, then G value is equal to like this. And if you look into this, we have S1, S2 together S, L1, L2 together J, LS plus this coupling. So, based on this coupling, the values what they observe is equal to this, and based on triplet series, the values are like this. And based on JJ coupling, the values here JJ coupling is J1 and J2 interaction together J, the coupling is equal to this thing. So, what might to say that before advancement of the quantum mechanics, really the Landé has given beautifully this kind of factor values of J. So, his contribution to this factor is really highlighted before the advancement of the quantum mechanics. This we will see. This is exactly before the advanced quantum mechanics, he really successfully calculated this kind of interact G value terms. Madam.
So, we have discussed in detail regarding the 2 valence electron vector atom model, and how LS and JJ coupling is done, and what are the various interaction factors which are playing major role in the interaction LS and JJ couplings. We have tried to explain in detail. As if time permits, we might have explained to you the Zeeman effect. In Zeeman effect, can we throw some light, sir, little bit of anomalous Zeeman effect, little bit?
Sir,
Essentially, Zeeman effect is the application of the magnetic field. When we have both these things on the picture as well as on the model, both of these things are seen, you will be able to observe excellently. A magnetic field is applied to an atom. This entire thing is reoriented in such a way that the net J value, which is coming from J1 and J2, will also precess around, and this makes the picture that you are seeing having the splitting of these things. Hence, the amount of splits that you observe is in such a way that it is matched with the actual experimental values.
So, we can say that our research, the experimental values are agreeing with the theoretical values. All the values we have calculated so far are theoretical. They were tallying with the experimental values. If you have any further doubts, you can clarify with the Department of Physics, and we try to explain the whole concept of different coupling schemes and how to evaluate the gamma factors and what is the anomalous Zeeman effect and how it has been explained by Lande is given in detail. Thank you.